play somehow, but just gifts it to Casadei. Here is Caicedo.
See Caicedo there, £100 million central midfielder. He gets the ball in a bit of space and he just
knocks it back.
He just knocks it back.
When we saw Enzo Fernandez do that as well, they don't really complement each other, do they? Gallagher's playing a little deeper now, but yeah, I mean, that's got to be, I would say, job number one for Pochettino next season for Chelsea, but there's so many pressing jobs for him to do. I mean, Caicedo was brilliant for Brighton. Every single team wanted him. Every team wanted him. Just completely gone off the boil. Gabriel nicks the ball away from Jackson, but fouls him in the process. Free kick. So Arsenal set to go clear by 3 at the top of the table, with Liverpool at Everton tomorrow, Manchester City at Brighton on Thursday. The goal difference will leap to plus 56 if it stays. A reminder, City plus 44, Liverpool plus 43. David believes it won't go down to goal difference, but I'd rather have it than not.
Of course. It's always nice to have it in the bank, isn't it? Like every good Boy Scout, you have to be prepared.
Absolutely. 5 against Chelsea, I didn't think. Although when I saw the team sheet and they were missing 1 or 2 players, fairly confident the Arsenal win. Here is Sterling. Tries to cross inside the Arsenal penalty area. The block from Wright, and Arsenal have it with Ødegaard, but he loses possession. Sterling will pick it up. Angle of the box left flank, still battling away Raheem Sterling. But his cameo has been nothing to write home about. Chelsea still have possession. We've had 5 minutes of the added-on 7. Blues going through the motions. It'll be the team in red and white that will celebrate at the first time, at the full-time whistle. Sterling coming forward left-hand side. Inside the penalty area, tries to play it back, but it's too slow and it's clear. Chelsea throw. Cucurella will take. Is there a consolation for the Blues? Let's hope not. Curled inside the penalty area, cleared away by Saliba. Disasi underneath it. The header is a bit awkward, but Chelsea just about make it work. They still have possession on the halfway line, just inside the Arsenal half left flank. Now it's with Gallagher once again. Gallagher rolls it back for Disasi. And now Chalobah up against Zinchenko. Arsenal fans still here in numbers. 1 or 2 have snuck out, but we'll let them off this time. Going through the full repertoire as Ødegaard looks to break once again. Here is Zinchenko. Under no real pressure as he clips it forward for Martinelli. Flag has stayed down for now. Martinelli racing forward. This could be 6. It should be. It isn't. Side foots it straight at the keeper.
Yeah, absolutely should be. He's working that back line right along, making his runs. He peels it off, perfect timing. Ødegaard puts him over the top, and from 8 yards out, he's got to put that a little bit wider of Petrovic, and that should have been a goal.
Chelsea on the counter. Final 30 seconds of the fixture. Jensen inside the box, lays it off for Cucurella, and it's Rice who chests it down to David Raya, and that will surely see out the clean sheet. The win was done 20 minutes or so back, half an hour ago. Raya waits to release. Declan Rice, former Chelsea junior, will enjoy this one more than most, I would have thought, but as you can hear, all of the Arsenal fans will wait to stand and applaud the team in red and white off here. This has been a big win, key success against a London rival. A game that might have been tricky, but wasn't, as Chelsea were brushed aside in a ruthless second-half display by Mikel Arteta's team. Trossard got the ball rolling very early on. We had chances galore in the first half before the second went in through Ben White. Havertz got another before his second, just before Ben White helps himself to his brace to give Arsenal a 5-goal win. And really, David, it's been pretty simple for Arsenal tonight.
Yeah, I mean, the first half, like we said, it was almost like toe-to-toe boxers, weren't they? You deliver a punch, I will. Second half, Arsenal came out and had Chelsea on the ropes for the whole second half and delivered 4 knockout punches. Yeah, could have had more. Ben White almost getting a hat-trick. We saw him looking for his 3rd, which you said, you know, it's not going to be a usual thing that, see him up there, but a really a masterclass in how to perform when you need to perform. Arsenal needed it, and they got the 3 points.
Well, just listen to the supporters really enjoying this, serenading Kai Havertz more than anyone else, but all the Arsenal players loving this at the moment. Martin Ødegaard applauding the fans as well. Well, this has been something special for Arsenal. This has been a big win over a London rival. Chelsea haven't really been at the races. A ruthless second half display. A double for Havertz, a double for White, one from Trossard who got the ball rolling. Arsenal have won by 5-0. And as we hand you back to Nick, to Adrian, to all the gang upstairs, it's Arsenal who are top by 3. All yours, Liverpool and City.
Yeah, thank you very much, Taps. Yeah, we like that. It's a fact. Oh, it died pretty quickly, though, didn't it? You know, I thought it was going to go on for a bit longer. We are top of the league, as you heard there. Clear by 3 from Liverpool, 4 by City. Massive that is. And what a result, Clarke.
Fantastic. I mean, yeah, the second half was just brilliant. It was just scintillating football. Yeah, Chelsea, we nullified Chelsea's threat. Obviously, they had a lot of half chances first half. Carried that threat on the counter, but we were much more controlled and we absolutely dominated them. Some of the football, some of the interchanging was glorious. Ødegaard was just on a different level, but everybody, I think, played their part in one of the great wins here at Emirates Stadium. Nights don't get much better than this today, you know. But Chelsea have, let's just take a little moment to remember some of the pain that Chelsea have given us down the years at Stamford Bridge in particular, and yeah, just savour it, milk it tonight, because this is a really good win.
Yeah, and look, I know it's not that Chelsea this season, but you know, they lost against Man City by 1 the other day with a better team. You know, this is their best run of form all season.
They're 4th in the form table.
Yeah, we've battered them tonight.
Yeah, and look, 5-0 is an absolute result for Chelsea, isn't it? Because that could have been 9 or 10 really. I mean, think of the saves. There's some great saves. We've hit the post. Martinelli's gone through and missed one at the end. I mean, yeah, I think we really should. If you're being critical, and I'm not going to be critical, but if you want to be critical, you can say we should have had 8 tonight. So that's how well we've played.
Thoughts in the room?
Yeah.
Obviously, at half-time, you're worrying about who's going to score for Chelsea. And I told you, Kai Havertz, I'm more interested. Is he going to do that or not? And I think I got what I was after, so I'm happy. 5 goals. I would have liked maybe a 6-4, you know, those that remember a few years ago, we know what happened, but I'm not going to complain at a 5-0. That's fantastic.
Yeah, it was nice for Kai, wasn't it? Because obviously he missed a couple in the first half at this end, and at the start of the second half he went through, tried to go through the goal with his legs, and he saves it. You think, oh, is it not his night? He ends up with 2, you know, and he gets a rest as well at the end ahead of Sunday. So what a night for him. I loved it. Didn't you love it when the whole ground was singing that song, you know, the Kai Havertz song?
I was about to start crowd surfing if he got a hat-trick, so I'm glad I took him off. I can't lie.
Oh dear. I mean, yeah, the Chelsea fans didn't even get to see it though, did they really? Most of them had gone by then. So,
yeah, I mean, I know we've been emptying kind of home stadiums as of late, but the away end was, you know, I think as soon as it went 3-0, started emptying out. You know?
There's this one person that had a fake European Cup. Did you see the guy with the Champions League trophy? I mean, he just stood there the whole second half, and just
He's still there.
Everyone around him disappeared, and he's still standing there. So, like, fair play to him.
He's still giving it large down there, but I mean, yeah, good luck to him. That's what I say. Right, let's have a look at the first of the 3 things that we've learned from tonight then. A scintillating performance made this one of the great nights at Emirates Stadium.
Yeah,
and you got Kai Havertz there, yeah.
Yeah, was he going to celebrate? Of course he was.
It was so good to see him score, you know, because when he first come to Arsenal, there was a lot of stick from a lot of people, including from some Arsenal fans, and Chelsea fans were kind of loving it, and now he's kind of... he's shown them, you know, that it was a good move.
You stick a good player in a good team, then you see the difference. You know, he was always a good player, Kai Havertz. He was just in a really bad Chelsea team and that didn't play to his strengths. And And it took a while to acclimatise to what Arteta wanted from him, to get the teammates used to what he's about. But now that they are used to him, I mean, you've seen it. I mean, he scored 2, could have had 3 more. The runs that he makes are so clever. The link play, the little flicks, the chesting it down, the nodding it down. I mean, he offers so much to the team. So yeah, a brilliant night for him. But I do think, it's one of the most memorable nights I can remember here because it was so one-sided, especially in that second half. It was tremendous.
Yeah, it really was. One of the most memorable nights. Yeah.
I think at Emirates Stadium because Chelsea don't get beat like this. It's not that often we've had the chance to really batter a Chelsea side. And I just think you've got to savour these moments. Forget where they are in the league. Forget the mess that they're in. We've still smashed Chelsea 5-0. And some of us are disappointed we haven't scored 8 or 9.
Yeah.
That's where we're at.
Yeah.
It's also worth highlighting. They've spent £1 billion, haven't they? In what time frame? Like a couple of years, right? Like, how are they that bad? That's wild. Like, where are they going now? What's the plan?
Even funnier, Legend, is that most of those guys they'll still be paying in 7 or 8 years.
Yeah.
Because they're on long contracts.
Imagine trying to manage that squad. That's absolutely wild. It's been absolutely
similar
battered.
contracts to ours on the Breakdown Live, Clarke.
Oh, yeah, I wish.
9-year contracts, Right, let's have a look at the second thing. Let's move on. Second thing we've taken from the game. Ben White's second made it the first time Chelsea have ever been 5 goals behind in a Premier League London derby.
Told you.
Yeah.
Told you it didn't happen very often. So, look, Chelsea, it's a horrible night for them. But what a lovely goal it was as well. I mean, yeah.
Was that Mudrik's fluke earlier? That Ben White, crisp, deliberate strike there, straight on top. I heard him call it.
I mean, for me, he's just placed it in the top corner. But the pass from Ødegaard was a little bit special. The pass from Ødegaard for Havertz's goal was unbelievable. I think he created 7 chances tonight, which is, I think, the joint most he's ever created in a Premier League game. So Ødegaard was a little bit special. I
think the broadcasters gave him man of the match as well. So.
I mean, he's so good, isn't he?
A few of them were good, like very good. Trossard was good, like a lot of good players there.
Yeah. It's hard to pick, isn't it? You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, it's 8s and 9s all across the board, isn't it? So if that or 9.5, so it was just you've got to treasure these nights because they don't come around that often.
Yeah. Fred, what did you think, by the way? Fred from 90s Baby Podcast.
Very happy with the performance. Again, I was thinking before the end, it's hard to give a man of the match because they're all just great. Partey, Ødegaard, Trossard, Havertz scoring 2, Ben White scoring 2. But yeah, Partey, good like 60, 70 minutes from him.
Yeah.
Like,
so Fred, what do you do Sunday?
Yeah.
Let me just ask you the correct. What team do you pick on Sunday? Do you pick the same team?
Yeah. Got to be the same. Yeah, definitely. Partey has to start. Definitely.
I think so.
I mean, it's the midfield that people have been talking about since we signed Declan Rice. We haven't seen it much this season because of fitness and whatever, but now we've seen it.
Well, he's looked a bit rusty in some of the games, but he didn't look rusty tonight.
You can't argue that, can you? I mean,
it's a formidable midfield because you've basically got the joint best defensive midfielder in the division in Declan Rice with Rodri, who's brilliant, and you've got Ødegaard, who I think he is the best player in his position in the league at that number 10 position. There's some good competition, and then you've got Thomas Partey, who has probably potential. He's not like any other player in the Premier League, is he? In terms of his technique, his size, the way that he can dominate opponents. So, and a fit Thomas Partey for me is one of the most powerful midfielders in the Premier League with the quality to go with it. So, if they can get clicking.
And then you've got Jesus and Martinelli on the bench as well to come on.
Jesus and Martinelli need the mic. Can't hear you.
Yeah, and then you've got Jesus and Martinelli on the bench to come on, which is for the last half an hour in a game if you need it. It's incredible option.
Yeah, right? I mean, we saw Martinelli got in a couple of times, and that's going to happen when you get.
Of course it is, and he won't always miss like he did this evening. He's a good finisher, isn't he? And look, we're lucky in a way that everyone seems to be fit at the moment. I mean, how many games left now? We're losing count. 4. Yeah, 4 games left.
It's a 4-game season.
It's a 4-game season. We talked about 6, and now at 5, and now it's a 4-game season for us. And pretty much everyone is fit, which is amazing. So, the big one is Sunday for me, because although I'm confident that we can out-football them and we've got to play the game, not the occasion, I think it's a good match-up for us against Spurs with their high line as well.
For them, that's their biggest game. They'll be that literally their entire season's on that game.
Of course it is. So it's going to be hostile. It's going to be hostile. It's going to be hostile, but style-wise, I think it's not a bad match for us. We went there and controlled it last year. I think we can control it again. Then we've got a week's break to Bournemouth. Then we've got a week's break to Man United and a week's break to Everton. It feels to me like...
We win those 4 games. I think we win the league.
It feels like...
Stop it. So everybody, let's just
City have got Brighton and Spurs away. They're dropping points in one of those games.
Let's hope so. Let's hope so.
Fingers crossed. Right, let's have a look at the third and final thing then.
Right,
while we're at it, it's a good one.
It's just facts.
Yeah, we're 3 points clear at the top, with 12 goal cushion on goal difference. Yeah, I mean tonight definitely handy in terms of goal difference, wasn't it?
I had a mate, Liverpool fan, text me. There's no banter there. He go, perfect night for your boys. Like that. I could just feel.
He was hurt.
I could feel the hurt in the text because Liverpool and City are looking at tonight's result and they're saying, "Oh God, we're never catching them on the goal difference. Not on 4 games. They could do so. They would have to go some to catch us on goal difference, and that's a point. That is a point if it finishes level. And of course, if City draw 1 game and we go on and win every game along with Liverpool, we do win the league. So yeah, we're just desperate for City to drop something.
I guess before we wrap things up, does anyone know where to buy a Brighton and Hove Albion shirt? Maybe I might give myself one of those. Well, listen, Clarke, thank you very much for your time as always. Thank you to our wonderful audience, brilliant audience, and thank you for watching The Breakdown live at home. As Clarke said, we are back for the small matter of the North London derby. We will see you for that one on Sunday. Coverage starts at 1 p.m. 4 points clear of City, 3 of Liverpool. Are we going to do it? Let's hope so.